Hey, this is Jan. I'm with Commercial Real Estate, and today we're talking about lease renewals. What if I told you your next lease renewal is the most overlooked opportunity in your entire business? You think you're just signing an extension, but this could be a time where you strategically restructure everything. So the core idea for this video is that most owners treat lease renewals like paperwork. But in reality, this could be a strategic reset, a moment to negotiate better terms, negotiate a new lease, add in a brand new addendum, discuss exactly what hasn't worked for the last 3 to 5 or 7 years of your lease and bring that to the forefront, and also a great moment to revisit the market and see where the market is today. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So why does this moment matter? A lease renewal gives you leverage, even if it doesn't feel like it, because the landlord has given you the option to renew. And right now, you may be a tenant who's negotiating an option to renew initially when you haven't even lived out your term. So you could just be in the LOI phase. Keep in mind that if the landlord gives you an option to renew, that means that they want to have you on as a tenant for the long term. Now, if you're someone who's been operating out of the building for 3 or 5 or 10 years, your business has changed in that time, right? It's hopefully gone up. You've strategically made moves in your business where your business has grown year over year. But what if your business has come down? What if outside factors like tariffs have now negatively impacted your business and your business is not where it was? Keep in mind as to how your business has changed from the day that you signed the lease to where the business is today, right upon your renewal. And the next part of lease renewals that we want to talk about is review your lease. Take that lease out of the dungeon it's been in. I know you haven't looked at the lease for a long time. You've been running your business. You haven't had a moment to actually read the lease. And hopefully that's a good thing because there hasn't been any kind of issues or problems. But take the lease out and actually review it. Figure out exactly what it says. Look at each part of the lease and each provision and each line and ask yourself, is that still relevant to you now? Does that provision still make sense? Because if it doesn't, it's going to bring us to the next part of this video, which is it's time to make changes to that lease when it's time to extend the lease. Once again, this is a great time to make changes to the lease. Even though this is just an extension time, you can go back at this very moment and take time to change things in your original lease. If the triple nets were not working well, if the insurance clause didn't make sense, but you did it because you just needed a place to lease, right now, go back into the lease and make sure you have clarity about every single provision, which is going to lead us into actively creating addendums that now are relevant to where you're at in business and exactly where you're at today. And by the way, if you're feeling this video, if this is valuable to you, if it makes sense, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Let us know you're tuned in. It really helps us understand what's working on our end. Thank you. So let's get back to what we were saying here. And if you've been a great tenant right now, it's time to take a look at what you should be paying. So oftentimes options already have a prepaid option when it comes to the amount that you're going to be paying year over year. Typically, options already have that laid out, but sometimes options are based on market pricing. And you have to figure out whether what you're paying is fair for you. There is a point to understanding how your payment history also affects the relationship with your landlord. So if you have a great payment history and you've performed even when it was hard and you've still paid rent on time, well, maybe it's time to ask for a concession at this point, especially if your business isn't going very well. Go ahead and ask. Go ahead and give the landlord an idea of what's happening behind the scenes. Communicate and articulate exactly what is happening with your business and use the fact that you've been on time throughout this entire term. We also want to talk about, does the market still support the pricing that you're paying? Are the terms of the market completely different? What has changed in the last 3 to 5 to 7 or even 10 years in the market? Go ahead and get back into the market. Look at comps. What are prices now? How have they changed? Is there more availability for your kind of building now? Is there less availability now? That is going to give you true knowledge when you're coming into the situation and renegotiating your extension term. The more information you have, the better the negotiation is going to go for you. So make sure that you're actually out in the market. So in summary, we are treating our lease extension as a moment to look back at our tenancy. If you're just in the beginning of negotiating an LOI, you're treating your lease extension as a pivotal point where you as a tenant are going to have strategic leverage over the long term of you performing well. If your lease right now is expiring, go ahead and go out into the market. Figure out exactly what the pricing is in the market today. Understand if your asset is in demand and understand if it is going to be very difficult for you to find another opportunity like this. And once you have this broad scope of all of the things that we just mentioned in line, then you are going to be making some really good decisions when it comes to lease extensions. At Commercial Real Estate, that is what we do. We help you make those big decisions when they really count. We would love to chat with you. If this resonates with you, go ahead and reach out. We thank you so much for watching and take care.